Okay, thank you very much. Hernan, please. And then Marie-Claude.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have a question for the colleagues in Ethiopia. To the benefit of all the people here, you mentioned that one of your constraints in the current sector is developing new designs and products per changing market trends. And you also mentioned inconsistent quality of supply, quantity, quality, and consistency of supply. On the other hand, in your expected project outputs, you're mentioning producer clusters formed as production hubs and legally registered commercial entities. I would like you to briefly describe the type of community that lives around those historic sites you're targeting, Lalibela, Aksum, and so on. And I would like you to also elaborate a bit more on what type of model you're envisaging to actually integrate those communities into being able to supply with quality, quantity, and with consistency. So what type of people live around those areas, Lalibela and so on, social and economically point of view, their characteristics, and then what model are you factoring so you can integrate them into the supply chain. Thank you.
Okay, let's have a first response on that, and then we take Marie-Claude's input.
Thank you very much. It's a good question, of course. We have the intervention strategies in each of the selected destination areas. The people who are living in the destination areas are, for long years, traditionally have a knowledge of crafts. Look at this. If you go to Lalibela, from the period of the Lalibela Human rock churches now built, there are the local communities, the surrounding local communities has a tradition of now making crafts traditionally. So the case is similar also in Aksum. The Aksumites, if you have now the Aksumites kingdom during the ancient, in the around 1st century BC, starting from that, they had strong traditions of even to the extent of minting coins at that time. So now that tradition existed, survive. Well, it depends now the survival of these traditional crafts nowadays is because there are so many external factors which affect them. So they are living as in the low standards. They are poor, but now we mobilize these people in the intervention strategies. We mobilize the people. The Harari people, for example, the eastern trade route. Now they traditionally now making potters, basketries, and fashion accessories even for the traditional ways. So the community have the knowledge. Now it is a question of now reviving the knowledge, reviving the traditional knowledge now so that to fit for the markets now, the market strategy. Therefore, the intervention is now we just select these traditional artisans. We mobilize trained groups now from each areas. Now, in collaboration with the community-based organizations, we select them and together with the relevant government and non-government organizations. And we also now intervene in the market, develop a marketing plan in consultation with the private sector, like hotels, like tour operators. Now we design a marketing plan and selected designers with track record. Okay, now experienced designers will be involved. Therefore, this is one of the intervention areas. They involve target buyers in production decisions like models, quantity specifications, and price. So there is the involvement of the target buyers with a view to ensure the placing of orders by hotels and other outlets of for handcrafts produced by the selected artisans in each specific areas. And we'll also try to create market channels created through the trade fairs. Trade fair is one of the components now which help us to revive the markets of these traditional producers, and display centers and linkage with facilitations like via Ethiopia embassies, consul for the external international markets. So these are the points.
Thank you very much, Marie-Claude.
Eugene, I have a question from my neighbor, Mr. Mohamed Touka Saleh, who is working as a focal point of the HENS DIF. It's for our Ethiopian friends. He noted in Ethiopia a very nice leather materials, shoes and bags, and he wanted to know if they're also produced entirely in Ethiopia, in which stage of the value chain you are. Do you just do the raw material export and then re-import the finished products, or do you do the whole production?
Go ahead. The question is whether the leather products are entirely produced in Ethiopia, and it happens that we have a leather expert from Ethiopia who's actually Italian around the table.
If my Ethiopian friends allow me, this belongs to my chromosomes. I have leather in my DNA. I don't have the DNA of a human being, but of a cow. It comes from Ethiopia. All raw material comes from Ethiopia. Wet blue comes from, they arrive to wet blue. Then sometimes they do crust, sometimes they do finished leather. One of the problems of Ethiopia is to transform the whole production of leather from wet blue, which is an intermediate product, the first stage of tanning, to finished leather, which is the one that you can use for a leather product. But all raw material comes from Ethiopia, and at least the first stage of tanning, wet blue, is carried out wholly in Ethiopia. And Ethiopia has a huge potential to become, at least for goat skins and sheep skins, to become one of the most important exporters of finished leather.
Thank you, Mr. Halu.
Yeah, now the Ethiopian government is now encouraging, and now we are involving that all the leather works, not the leather, also the textile works, which is produced from the very beginning to the end in Ethiopia. This is now the Turkish company, special example, engaging in the textile, finished product from the very beginning to the end. The Italian companies now in the shoes and leather product now engaging in the production at all levels. Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I invite you, Mr. Diet?
No, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tina Diet. I am from Ministry of Commerce from Cambodia. First of all, I would like to thank ITC for inviting me to this very important event, which is related to the export, and it is the trade also. That is one of my fields. I would like to share some comment, in fact, to our colleague from Ethiopia. As our panelists this morning has specified, it is very important to focus on the trademark also. Trademark is something, it's a windows for your country. I talk about this because I'm in charge of intellectual property right also. And I know that from Ethiopia you have a very famous coffee that everybody knows around the world. And this is one thing that really could help. It is a vitrine for your country. Everybody want to come to see Ethiopia, to see this coffee field. And this is one thing. Why can you not just open this opportunity to other handicrafts? So I talk about this because we have the same opportunity in our country to have this cultural heritage, which are the temple and also the handicraft that we carve from wood or from rock. And those things are very demanded. When the people see it from the outside, they know that this is beautiful and they want to have a copy of it in their living room or something like this. So they come to visit us and they buy those products. The very important things that I think we have to to create this trademark and marketing this. From my perspective, I have also one case that we have in Cambodia. We have the geographical indication that is a kind of intellectual property also for the product, agricultural product, and we are seeking to go beyond the agricultural product to also the handicraft products. One of the things is the pepper from compote. That is a very, very tasteful pepper, and we registered it in Cambodia and also in Europe as a geographical indication, and we do a very good marketing operation. And now everybody who, when I come to Europe or to Switzerland last time, I just said that I come from Cambodia. They just say, "Oh, compote pepper, I would like to go and see the growing field." So that is one of the comment that I would like to share with our colleague from Ethiopia.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for these insights and suggestions. Mr. Daman, please.
Yeah.